Hi everyone, welcome to Q Sourcing, and this is
Coffee with the Q Sourcing recruitment team.
I'm Agnes Maingi.
And I'm Eunice, and we are here to help you land your next big role.
Welcome. So on this segment, we are going to talk about what are the do's and don'ts of an interview. Eunice, over to you.
Thank you, Agnes. So when we look at the do's and the don'ts, they include both when you're attending a physical interview and when you're attending an online interview. So we can start with the do's. So one of the do's, both for physical and online interviews, please just make sure you do your research. Do your research on the role that you're applying for. Two, do the research on the organization as well. Find out if there's any information you can get even from the internet. That is very crucial because it could be a question in the interview.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm thinking how you dress matters.
Yes. It does matter a lot, both for online and physical interviews.
Oh, wow, really?
Yes, because even for the online interview, unless specified that they don't really need you to dress officially, it's always good to make sure that you're well dressed, because I've seen people come in with hats, capes, or hoodies.
Oh, wow.
That could really disqualify you because you look unprepared for the interview. Also for the physical interview, no matter how small the role could be, please just make sure you're dressed well, presentable, because people will address you how you're dressed. Don't wear jeans, don't wear ragged, don't wear mini skirts, too much revealing probably on your chest for the ladies. Just be decent. Yes.
And I'm thinking in this day and age where we are more inclined to the online interviews, there's some sort of etiquette that you're supposed to conduct yourself. Tell me about how should you have your own, if I don't have a laptop or just the online side, how should I conduct myself?
Okay. So for the online etiquette, some of the do's is that make sure your device is set such that your passport camera, we can see you from, from your head up to, I would say, up to your abdomen level. Because I've seen some people, placing their camera such that we cannot see part of their heads. Or they're too close to the laptop or to the device they're using. That doesn't really look good. Number two, you need to make sure your background is not noisy, because you can't have an interview in a hotel. Please don't do that, guys. Number two, you can't have your interview in a cyber. You can, but make sure there's no background noise. Make sure if you're in a background that you think doesn't reflect well, at least put, the platforms that we are using nowadays, if you're using Zoom, if it's Microsoft Teams, there's a background wallpaper that you can use. So guys, just learn how to do that and utilize it. So the other aspect I would mention as part of the do's and as part of the etiquette, make sure if you're doing an online interview, just try out the software or
very important,
what the software the company is using in advance. Because once you get the link invitation, definitely it will either state it's Zoom, it's Google Meet, whether it's Microsoft Teams or any other software. Just make sure you install, test in advance, because you might find that that particular software is not compatible with your device. The other aspect is a do that applies to online interviews is, please, if you can, do not use your phone, because sometimes it really shakes. You're nervous, you're stressed out,
and you're here holding it like this.
You can imagine. So it's a bit shaky. Number two, you find that when you're using your mobile phone, the incoming calls. So you can imagine you're seriously taking a serious interview and then a call comes in. So that means it disconnects you from the interview, and now you have to disconnect the call and start apologizing. So if you can, if you don't have a laptop, just borrow just borrow from a friend for that amount of time that you'll be using it for.
So it's key that we really practice on the softwares, the platforms that the company is using. Just take a test run. If it's Zoom, if it's Team, if it's Meet, take a test run before the interview. It's really important.
Yes.
Yeah.
And adding on to the do's, which apply both, in person and online, it's being polite. Yes. If you're being late, it's only courteous for you to excuse yourself.
Okay.
It could be an online interview and you do not have the contact information in terms of the phone number, but you have an email, probably the email that shared the link with you. At least let them know you'll be late for a few minutes. Sometimes you could have power cut off. At least make sure you promptly find another device that you can alert them you'd be late for this particular interview by this amount of time.
Okay.
If it's an in-person interview, please, if you're running into traffic, things happen.
Yes.
Yes. So just make sure you alert either the hiring manager or the recruiter that you'll be late by a few minutes.
Yes.
And we're all human. We really understand you.
Yes.
If you tell us in advance you'll be late.
Yes.
Unlike when I am the one who is calling you to find out if you're still coming for the interview.
Yes.
That doesn't reflect well.
It doesn't even look like you're serious or even interested in that job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So Eunice, let's talk about the don'ts in an interview.
Yes, please. I mean, those are very minor things.
Yes.
But they reflect a lot when you go for an interview.
Okay.
For example, let's talk about lying. Please don't lie. If you're, for example, you're leaving a job because, probably you had a layoff, you were fired.
Yes.
Sometimes it's good to be honest because they will do a background check. Actually, let's not even say sometimes. You need to be honest.
Yes.
Because once they do the background check, they will find that you lied.
Yeah.
You lied the reason why you left that particular company.
Yes.
So, one, be honest. Number two, be polite. Don't be overly casual.
Yeah.
Even from your sitting posture. Because I've seen some people scooching over. You should sit. Yes, you almost look like you're almost picking something from down the desk. I know everyone is nervous, but at least make sure you put your posture straight.
And you're confident.
Yes, and you're confident. Don't be overly casual. I've seen people again, behave like this on an interview.
And this is a defensive mode.
Exactly.
So you're putting on a defense.
Yes.
Yes.
So please don't do that because that will definitely show like you don't have any interest. At least let your hands be free.
Okay.
I know we do have some tendencies that we've gotten over time, so it's hard to get rid of them. But for that particular session, at least practice a little bit.
Okay.
Be confident, do some mock interviews to make sure you are not overly casual in that session.
Okay.
The other thing, which is a don't, kindly do not interrupt the interviewer.
Okay.
And this goes as far as a normal conversation.
Okay.
Try as much as possible to let that person finish the question and then take it up from there.
Okay.
At any point, please do not interrupt them.
Okay.
The other thing also, which is a very big don't, is your phone.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So many times I see people forgetting to either switch off their phone, and when it rings, they will now start excusing themselves. Excuse me, please, can I? That's not good. It's not a good sign. Put it on silent mode or entirely just switch it off for that particular session because it's a distractor. The moment it rings, now again, it takes you back to what were you saying? What was your question?
Yeah.
It takes us back.
Yeah.
Again, try as much as possible not to ramble. You'd rather, ask for a few minutes to compose yourself.
Yes.
But, give up a straight answer or just say whatever you can according to what you know regarding the particular topic that the interviewer is asking. Yes.
Okay. And of course, one of the don'ts also is don't be late.
Yes, definitely. If it's a do, come early, then it's a don't.
Yeah.
Don't be late. Try your level best. You'd rather find another means of, transportation, but try your best not to come in late.
Okay.
Yes. Another don't is when you're discussing your former employment, try never
Major
ever.
don't.
Yes. Never ever talk ill,
Yes.
or defame them, like say things that some could be true, but try not to shed that light of how wrong they were, what they did to you. Some will go to the extent of even saying the actual manager's name. It was so and so did this to me. That organization refused to pay me. I mean, please do not do that. You just give a reason. Probably if there was an issue from your former employer and you resigned. Just put it plain, you resigned because of personal reasons that you probably are not so much inclined to discuss at this time, but it was in good faith. Yes, but do not say anything negative or just exaggerate what they did to you. Please do not do that. Yes.
Thank you so much, Eunice. So it's so much you've shared with us. We appreciate that. Q Sourcing has a program whereby they help candidates, they help you to be able to get that next job. We have a program called interview coaching. So if you have a job that is coming up, an interview that is coming up, please contact us. Our details are down below. Contact us and we'll be able to take you through, coach you and prepare you for the next interview. And we know you'll get it. So see you in the next segment. Bye-bye.
See you.
See you.